Hello and welcome to chapter 180 of our streaming adventure. Today we are cashing in those qualifier points and playing in the Vintage Showcase. It takes the place of a regular challenge, so for the most part, this will just look like any other Saturday challenge, except for up here, the 143 people that are deciding to play today. That's pushing us out to 8 rounds. So I guess we will just run. We'll just run a little hot and make ourselves a top 8. Wouldn't that be nice? Now, following some of the previous things I've talked about, and I'm trying not to necessarily be super safe. I am trying to I looked to identify what did I think is the most powerful thing you can do in Vintage, and I think that is Tinker. Now, to facilitate Tinker, you're going to play a bunch of Moxes and other artifacts and stuff like that. So, okay, if I'm playing a bunch of Moxes, I'm more likely to be able to play like a 2-mana spell on the first turn. And so, okay, that fits with Arcanist. And then Arcanist, fits with this shell. So, like, I kind of built my deck that way, as well as Luris being something that I have chosen not to play because I think Luris takes away. It makes sense that by choosing to play Luris, you're like, okay, I don't want to play Bolas's Citadel. I don't want to play what, and I honestly believe that is the most powerful thing to do. Is you tinker into the Citadel and then let's go. So that is what I am choosing to play, and we will see in about 14 seconds whether or not it was the right call. But I do feel pretty good about it overall. So let's play. 144 people. Hello and good luck. 145. They snuck an extra one in. All right, playing Goggles in the first round, but we won the play. All right, so what do we have? I mean, it looks decent. Now, having talked about all these Moxes and stuff, if I led Underground 6, Ancestral 5, back up to 8, or just fire it off on their upkeep, I think we're going to do that. We're going to keep. I don't really like the Mystic Sanctuary in my hand, but I think that is okay trade-off. Now, Goggles definitely has quite a bit of range. I've seen them play, well, lots and lots of things. They kept 6. Okay, so I'm going to go for Ancestral on their upkeep and see what can develop from there. Oh, my little pop-up thing says they are double queuing in the Modern challenge as well. Wonder if that has been any... Would they choose to play a different deck by being a double queue? No. All right, so I have multiple approaches to get to... Okay, for example, yeah, that should work. Like, I would have to... Good morning, Aaron. Okay, for 2 mana, I can Time Walk. And then in the upkeep, if I upkeep Tutor, I can draw Tinker. So yeah, let's do that. So let's crack this. We will get a... We'll get a Volcanic. Now I have to stop in my own upkeep now. I got upkeeps on everybody's. I got stops on everybody's upkeeps. What just happened? I believe I just passed my turn. That's... Oh... Instead of stopping on my upkeep, I said yield until. That sucks. That really sucks. Oh, you big dummy. Well, I guess we'll see. That's what it is. I need... We've got the Dr. Pepper here. We need to add a little more Dr. Pepper down here. Well, no, now I don't have the mana to cast. God. So now I don't have the mana to actually cast Tinker, do I? I don't want to stop on my own upkeep anymore. I have never seen that function that you can actually say yield to this. So that's new. What do I want to draw? That is tied to MTG bot. It is... In your OBS, you just create a browser thing and say mtgbot.tv overlay username and then put your name in the overlay. I don't believe I have Sol Ring in my deck. There is no Sol Ring in the deck, so... What I'm curious is, are they going to eat Mystic Sanctuary? Okay. Abrupt Decay. Petty Theft. Opponent is continuing to think. I guess this is an end step move by them. Brainstorm. Black. Could also, it's Abrupt Decay again. Can't do anything against Abrupt Decay. So my thought was, do I tutor up a removal spell? I chose no. I was hoping to draw a land for Narset there. That was the intent. Leovold. So what could I draw now? I think Dig Through Time is what I need now. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me Lotus. Lotus Time Vault. How about none of what you just asked for? How many more blue instants do I have? I have repeal. Could have been better. So throwing away a whole turn and then having all of this go poorly afterwards, just try to block that out. Move on to the next one. There are still 2 games to play. Ancestral here. Yep. Did they play a land? They did not play a land. I'm not really even sure what's in here anymore, but we'll go look. I can only draw 1 card a turn. Okay, so at least repeal can draw the Mox Ruby as a way to do something. Sure, this is all fine. Hardcast Citadel, huh? Alright, so you literally threw away the game, but maybe don't focus on that. Can they stop a Blightsteel? They would have to Oko it, right? So how about things that can come out? Spree. Things that I want. Brazen Borrower, that's true. Okay. So Blood Chief's Thirst. And I think a Lightning Bolt. I think those could both come in. Soul Guide Lantern would be a possible answer to Tarmogoyf. It's also possible that, maybe Time Vault Key is not. Are they going to play Force of Vigor? Dread Hordes, Breach. I guess a lot of it is what approach are they going to take? Do I want the extra land against the Wastelands? Maybe? Merchant Scroll overall might be weak. Hey, buddy. Play first. Black. They're mulliganing. What do you even Demonic Tutor for? You could have cracked the Lotus for blue. If you crack Lotus for black, you would have to get a source to be able to play the Ancestral. I could just crack it for blue. Wow, this is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. Wow. Just no land anywhere. Brainstorm, Deathrite Shaman, Fluster, Sylvan Vale. Alright, so we drew the first one of the bad cards. So I mean, I think we hit Deathrite Shaman here. Yep. Pass back. Hope to draw land. Oh! Well, I guess let's play the one that they can't stop with what they have. Because they have Brainstorm and Fluster. Okay, use the Brainstorm. Well, I would have milled a lot more than just 2 cards had I done that. That's why. Because what if I mill a bunch of land as well? And I didn't know the bad cards. I only had 1 blue left. That's true. Alright, so we could Brainstorm first, which might be the best use of things here. We also might be able to just kill them. I have Breach and Lotus and Brain Freeze. Casting Mental Misstep, leaving them with a couple cards left in hand. I think I'm okay with that. Black. We already have cast Lotus. Time Vault. Let's cast a Lotus. Exile 1, 2, 3. Whew! So we saw Veil of Summer out of them. We also saw Sylvan Library, but that's not going to change anything. I like having things that Flusterstorm is not going to interact with, like Time Vault or whatever. I'm not sold on Blightsteel Colossus, however. Blightsteel Colossus might very well be better as a mountain just so that I have extra sources, but that's not definite. They are keeping 7. I get a draw step as well. Okay. I could lead with Mystic Sanctuary. I could. You're allowed to. Do they have another wasteland? Is more what I was more worried about a second wasteland than necessarily anything else there. Yep. If I crack that. Crack. Get back. I could have just rebought an Arcanist, but I don't know if that's good enough. One, two, three. So Brainstorm will go to the graveyard. I would need one other card, and that'll be Scalding Tarn. They have a counter for this. Hard Cast Trap. I mean, that's generally pretty bad for me. Putting cards back. Does it resolve? It does not resolve. I mean, they've already paid life, so we know it's a force. Force pitching Leovold. Attack for 2, put me at 6. Attack for 2, put me at 4, and I'm dead to 2 activations. So that's pretty much game. And then double wastes is... Sure wish I didn't throw away the first game, especially since I won the second one. That's frustrating. Well, something to learn about the interface, that when you're trying to set stops on upkeep, be very careful about where you click, because you might accidentally just yield your turn. Still can't really believe I did that, but it happened. Well, that gives us definitely a long uphill climb from here. But in the meantime, what we can do is fire up a crossword puzzle. All right. Today's word of the day is proselyusmatic. What does it mean? Inciting, animating, or inspiring? Well, I would have to say my play in the first game was certainly not proselyusmatic. That's for damn sure. I mean, that's perfectly cromulent to not play well. Can I just do a freaking crossword? Jeez. Okay. I know enough words. Turn off sound effects, turn off the clock, and turn off the mistakes. Okay. Three Musketeers author, Alexandre Dumas. Estimate the price of? Guess. Sip. Change the direction of one's somersault. I don't know what that is. You install carpet. You lay carpet. Related to motion. A golf gimme. I was going to say a putt, but is it putts? NBC comedy show, Saturday Night Live. Carrie Mae Weems? I don't know who that is. Like a fruitcake. Recolor. I believe this. Taking it easy after a hard day. Sometimes you just want to unwind. So if you recolored, I'm not quite sure. What two sculpture gallery curators may do? Williams. Smoked salmon. Is that lox? You doubt some yoga instructor. These big wide ones are always tied to the category. So the category is out of order. So I always feel like once I fill it in more, I can kind of go back and like figure out what it was supposed to be. Corporate ladder rung. Opposite of max, min. Frittata ingredients. So this is pie. So, I mean, a frittata is eggs, or am I crazy? Keanu Reeves. Is it Yves Saint Laurent? I think that's the name, is Yves Saint Laurent. Permit. Let. Bantu speaking group in Rwanda. Are those the Maasai? I'm not sure where they are. But this is a quiet car. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Taking a break in between rounds of the Vintage Showcase today. Managed to throw away a game, win the second one, and then lose the third. So, not saying we would have won, but we've only played one round so far, so we're just kind of getting started. But thanks for stopping by. I saw you were playing Cube. I'm going to be playing Cube next Tuesday. I had a wheel league to play Cube, so if you want to stop by and give me any pointers, I will accept them. Squad dressed in red, white, and blue. Are those the Globetrotters? EKG. You play a lot of Reanimator? Okay. So I thought this is EKG, but this might just be an echo for echocardiogram. We'll have to come back to this one. A lot of busted stuff in Cube. I mean, that makes sense. Ra Sisboomba. A mountain inn is like a chalet. CHA. That doesn't fit though. Community of flora and fauna. What's this? Not covered in school. Ed Asner. Okay. Data storage devices. Disks? Hard disk? For the most part, it could be. Related to motion is kinetic. For the most part, Texas Hold'em stake is your ante. So that makes this inane. Splinter group would be a sect. Mainly. Recolored, you dyed it. That makes more sense. Okay. Switch. Company that merged with CBS. Who merged with CBS? A Husky Hello. Walgreens? With CBS? That doesn't make any sense. Not CVS, CBS, the TV channel. One may be named for a physicist. Seville's nation in Seville. Seville is in Spain, right? So is it España? Okay, so I think this is value. So did CBS merge with Viacom? That seems like it fits. Viacom. And then I don't think this is putt. I mean, putt just doesn't seem to fit here. A golf gimme is a tap-in. So it is a putt, but in a different way. And then I feel like if you are in Spain, you don't call it Spain, you call it España. British bar tune. Pub song? That's a thing, pub song. It is today. Molotov cocktail. A mascara brand. Modern Museum of Art. I don't know. Maybe it's Maybelline. That's the only mascara brand I know. Year to date. Ingenious and simple as a proof. Cinco Duo Trace. Like Quattro? I guess I'm not following their pattern there. Major event on a syllabus would be your exams. Wyoming neighbor. Well, it only has 4 letters, so it kind of has to be Utah, right? I'm not sure how many more you could fit over there. Not covered at school. It's like School of Hard Knocks. Florida hit whose title is sung before Just a Little. I'm not sure. Small fight. Tussle? Like Seattle vis-a-vis Phoenix. Affix with paste. You glue on. Seedy bagel option. Sesame. Neptune lives in the sea. Selfish sort with a T. Victorious shout. Well, this is a victorious shout. But that doesn't fit. There aren't enough letters. There's a lot more O's and woo. Palindromic A70 ABBA. Squad dressed in red, white, and blue. Team USA. Okay. Diagnosable MRIs. Okay, that makes sense. August hours in Augusta. Sit in a cellar. I don't know what they're going for there. Okay. So, a fancy notebook. Oh, right. Fancy notebook as in like your laptop? Okay, and then separation, split. I get it now. So out of order, you would, if you're changing the direction of your somersault, you switch a flip. But the sentence is flip a switch. So move a bust a move, doubt some, question a pose, because you pose a question. Determine the correct coverlet size, fit a throw instead of throw a fit, and then worry about time off, something a break instead of break a something a break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Break a silence, break a fast. Starts with S. We don't know that it starts with S. That's true. We don't know that it starts with S. I'm still not, I don't know about this one. Not covered in school. Untaught. Which makes this a G. No. I guess. Ingenious and simple as improves. All right. Just notice that we're heading into round 2. We got a minute left. So, what do we end up with? 145 players? 26 down, elegant. 26. 30 down, but yeah, I think that fits. And then Lou Williams. Okay. Back to here. Round 2, fight. Perhaps we cannot throw any turns away. That might help. But otherwise, let's see. On the draw. I feel like I might do something similar to that. They top-bottomed off a volcanic island. Okay. Kind of want both of these. I don't know, just in case I need to tap. We could Dak Faden and start stealing their things. I think if they have a if they have a Pyroblast, this might draw it. So we can try again with Narset next turn, or we can go for Tinker. I think a lot of that depends on how they play their turn. They did not shuffle. I kind of wanted to get him to fight over that one. I guess it didn't really become that big of a fight, but I wanted them to have less options when they went for it, is what I was hoping. I would thought they would have fought if they could have. I mean, did they run out of gas? Bottom, bottom. Well, the answer is they found literally everything they could ever want. Wow. Sure. I kind of want to see what version they're on. I believe we saw Tundra. Okay. 4-color breach. Yeah, so in spree, probably bolt. I mean, I guess if you're coming down to Pyroblast, that might be worth consideration. Maybe a land. Not sure about that. Maybe it would have been a land. Okay. What did they do? They top bottom to that preordain. Can't sacrifice it two different ways. I mean, that one seems good. Have to find an opportunity to go for it. Bottomed on their library there. I was hoping to catch the Delta. Second main. Okay. Okay. I'll take those. Do I... Because they might just not have interaction for the Time Vault at the time. We know that they have Dak Faden. We saw him mill it, so just the idea of bringing in Colossus feels dangerous. Do I want... I like that I have Hydroblast available to me. I do think that is solid, but... Alright, game 3. If some of this was protection, I think I could crack this for blue and dig with these. But not having any protection, this is dead. Wow. Preordain top bottomed, by the way. And then Ponder did not shuffle. Yikes. I guess you could go get protection like Flusterstorm. Or that. I think I just realized I haven't played the lands that they knew about. I mean, I have. Sure. The question is, am I now dead? And this feels like yes. Okay, maybe not. So this is, they're down to 4 cards before they pick up these 2. But that now means they're going into their turn with a full grab. Now, what's the thing you probably get? Do I get Flusterstorm for protection? I think so. I mean, I feel like I've got... So they're letting this resolve. But that's what makes me think I could just get Breach. I could just get Manifold Key. I guess, what do I think their answers are, right? Nice. Whew. All right, that feels good. Get a little bit back on track. Let's get back to that crossword. Oh, no, first. W. See, I think they were thinking that I was going to go. I mean, even if we went and got the Underworld Breach, they didn't have enough protection overall. But I don't know. That feels good. All right. Almost done with this. Split ups. Like Seattle by Phoenix. I don't get what the wet is. Like Seattle as opposed to Phoenix. Wetter? That doesn't even make any sense. A mountain inn that starts with an L. Or come in, enter. Victorious shout. Something with an N? Worry about time. Break a sweat. Got there. Okay, sit in a cellar, you age. This is Mountain Lodge. How about that? All right. I'm going to take a quick break, but I should be back shortly. And then hopefully we will continue our winning ways. But in the meantime, look at my dogs. let's do another one. A peach stone is a pit. Tip jar. Dough dispensers. I don't know. Period of time. Era. Sci-fi collection first published in iRobot. Tacoma. I think I spelled Tacoma right. Single-celled organism. Amoeba. Stretch in a college town. Fraternity row. Frat row. Scoring partner. And it says double headers. I feel like we got to fill out more letters before this starts making sense. Piece in a mosaic. Tile. Because this is aft. A dough dispenser starting with an A. Dough as in money. See, a lot of times you have to think about it. How are they trying to trick you? Not trick you. How are you not understanding what they're asking you? I think that's a better way to put it. So scoring partner, something, looking down on, above. They become wind instrument when F is added. Nome, Alaska. The Des Moines Register. Islam. Started. My deepest apologies. Khaki is tan. There's a crossword clue for you. Wet dirt. Yeah, we call that mud. Skin pick. What is different than this one? This was a period of time. This is a long period of time. Oh. I haven't seen Coco yet, but I feel like it's something that I would like. But I don't know who the antagonist in Coco is, unfortunately. Suffuse. ER employees are RNs, probably. Real comedian. It's a clown. Jacuzzi product. A tub. Come to a point. Sharp. I mean, that's not necessarily, like, look at this one down. Zellweger with 2 Oscars. So this is Renee. So this can't be sharp. Stave off. Like stop. Trivia hosts clue. Hint. Straight shooter. Gucci of fashion fame. I don't know what their actual... I assume Gucci's a last name. Word paired with neither. Neither nor. Roach or rat. Pest. Jousting horses. I don't know what the hell you call that. Steed. My mighty steed. Nice. Good call, Steve. Donkey. It's ass. Far from feral is tame. Unruly kid. You aid and you abet. So if he helps you, he's a co-composer. Okay. News anchors hand offline. Over to you, Bob. Signify. What gall? You've got some nerve to come in here looking like the Taj Mahal. I don't get that one. Deeds, list them. See, I think it's so sorry, not I'm sorry. Because then this lets you get owners. Drill instructor's rank, often abbreviated, sergeant. Groups that improvise songs. Your daughter's sibling would be your son, perhaps. Groups that improvise songs starting with a J. I don't know where I'm going with that one. Put together like an anthology. You curate. You... with a K? Collect. Is it? Maybe it's not tub. Because this could be a mishap. So then where's the hot tub thing? Jacuzzi product is a spa. That makes way more sense. Okay, so then put together like an anthology. Keepsake it's a... Keep in mind, it's the double. So Coco, So Sorry, Joe Jorgensen, Mo Money. Is this one more of them? No, no. Okay. Put together. I'm not... This might not be the right word. I feel like it is, but... It's not. Because this is... Like, you jam... I don't think that's a real word. You imbue. Come to a point. You taper something so that it comes to a point. Benedict's 54 down. Inquires, you asks. Stave off, you avoid. Stave it off, 1, 2, 3. Burnt sienna. Statues midsection torso. Yeah, something's wrong. Oh, or you just didn't finish it. Really? Small island is a K. I have never heard that use as a small island. A low? Okay, a K, also spelled, or maybe it's pronounced key. It can be pronounced K or key. Because I'm thinking, Key Largo, Montego, baby, why don't we go to... Well, I don't want to get copyright struck, sorry. Yeah, I guess I've also seen it with a... I think I've seen it with a Q. Seafarers Key. Right? Because this is what I'm picturing. Quay. Concrete or stone metal platform alongside or projecting into water. So maybe that's the thing, is it's near water and somewhat connected in meaning, if that makes sense. Or I'm just associating it in my head. All right. So we've done a couple of them. Let's keep rolling back the clock. Retail therapy. Extra. Frequently improvised feature. Your solo is supposed to be improvised in jazz. Now, I feel like we just did this clue, cash out spots as ATM. I don't know, that just seems weird. Blue, green is teal. So here we're saying this category is retail therapy. Where would you buy a male cow? That's true, Steve. They didn't say blue and green, they said blue-green. Stay in your pajamas all day. That's just normal. They might be in hot water. Tea bags. Setting for Pac-Man is in a maze. Yeah, like, I don't know. That doesn't seem like a word to me. I guess you can you can like laze around the house and it fits with the sled over here, but it just, I don't know, it feels like as much as a real word as CAY. French article. Got well. Healed. Pastry that might have a beef filling. I want to say a pasty, but where to buy testimony? Something court. Queen co-founder Brian May contend has a campaign. Like you ran for office. Worth every penny. Brazilian soccer champion. Well, that doesn't really narrow it down, but we're going to go with Pele. All right, next round starting. I'm not sure what Pavlov's first name was. Where do you buy current trends? Fabric that adds volume to gown. Loud colors. Ba-dum-bum. Musical pattern like scales. Strategic monopoly transactions. Trades. Tight, old-fashioned corset. Soup container. Can. Payment promise, IOU. Hazy or juicy beers for short. Talk about having the wrong person to ask. All right. So we started with 145 people. There are still 36 undefeateds out there. It's impressive. Goggles is one of them. Good job, Goggles. Keep it up. If I'm going to lose, hope you win. Cheers. Round 3, fight. Here we go. Playing against Jarvis. We won the die roll. Yes, I'd like to play first. I mean, I gotta keep this, right? They're Luris, so they're probably Luris Breach. The question is, can I find an artifact to play off this Lotus? I think it's better if that we maybe spike one without playing that. I like it enough. So they're going to force with a Preordain. Let's look at Underground. Well, that sucked. Maybe I should have kept that Mystical around. I mean, that's what we're here for. I could have probably paid the life for it, though. Well, I was just more worried if Vampiric gets something overall. How do I want to say? Say it goes and gets Lotus or something, and then suddenly it's enabling more than I can deal with. Whereas if I stop the Vampiric for sure, then I know that I've stopped it. If that makes sense. May I have an artifact, please? Okay. Yeah. The only thing I'm worried about is what if I don't get the 2-for-1 and then you could have stopped it and I chose not to. That's all I'm thinking there, really. All right, so the question is, do we dig with Narset for another card? Well, I'm also thinking of it as a way to clear off the... It could clear if I brick. I mean, that probably... I guess they don't have the chance even of a Pyroblast. Force pitching, dig through time. All right. Let's go get Key. Take an extra turn. I don't have Mana Crypt in play. Discard these two. One, two, three, four, five, six. So I need to cast these cards off top of my library. Cast that. One. Play a Black Lotus, eating 1, 2, 3. Okay. Won the first one. So if they have Lurrus, that means they can't have Dak Faden. So that means we could be riskier with, say, Blightsteel. But I like Hydroblast, I like Flusterstorm. Knowing that they're Lurrus, I like the Soul Guides. That's possible, but that's not how decks are really set up right now. I'm just wondering, do I want to change that up to try to rely on that? Like, knowing that they are going to have the recurring, they're going to have Soul Guide Lanterns, they're going to be able to do powerful things from their side. I'm wondering, do I trim back on my own, or do I let them, are these still the artifacts I want to go for? Instead, do I just tinker out a Blightsteel Colossus? That's where I'm trying to choose where I'm willing to sit right now. Because we don't know that they're necessarily tinker. Preordained. That could help. Now here's the thing is, do I think they have whatever? No. So I'm going to not get caught in the I needed to fetch aspect, if you know what I'm saying. I'm going to start by eating that little lotus petal, even though that doesn't really do much. It's something that Lurrus could recur, but it's going to recur the real lotus. So at least I have Pyro and Force available to me, or I guess I have Force and Fluster available to me. I could just wait till I have... I mean, do I have everything? No, I'm missing my tutor. Play a land. You don't have everything right now, so I don't think I can go for it. I still have Pyro and Force. Next turn, I can at least play Dread Horde. Triple red. There's a Spree. I did not. Did I? Well, I didn't have to play out the Lotus, but I did. So the question here is, do I even have anything in there? No, you can't even play Knight's Whisper or whatever, so I might as well put myself atop. And then end of turn, I can spin that. This is main phase demonic. Well, obviously, it's not an end step demonic. They don't allow those. Playing a land. This way, maybe I should have. They've set up for something, although I think they just tutored for a land. They have better stuff in there, so I think we have to let that go. So I could get a preordain. No, I think it makes more sense to do this. Wait, that's wrong. So if I draw into it now, that doesn't do me any good. So I want to be able to draw Tinker and have mana available is my quote plan. Incoming preordain. That's true, Steve, but what artifact would I sacrifice to my Tinker if I would have done that? Yep. Okay, bottom for this preordain. Ponder from them. The other thing, too, is this Tinker isn't automatic. They shuffled. So we put back this. Put back this and this. They could just have another Pyroblast. They do. Yep. They had it anyway. They're on 4-color breach if we didn't already note that. So I didn't think about surgical extraction before. We probably should have had surgical extraction available to us. We've seen that they have Dreadhorde. I guess the question is Tinker Blightsteel enough? Like, I don't know if they have Hercules or not. Or should I cut, like, the Brain Freeze and stuff to, should I cut my own Breach and Brain Freeze to try to speed up the combo? Or is it just nice to have there? Like, I could put Key and Vault back in for this. And now I'm at 60. Now I don't have Breach available to me. Once it's countered, it's gone, but the top is worse. If you don't have Citadel, the top is worse. So if you do that, you might as well have one. So now we got protection. Ponder can dig. We can use Ponder to dig for our thing. Hydroblast to protect from Pyroblast is, I don't want to say clever, but it's a nice layer of protection. So more lands. Fluster. Okay. You just have to get to that turn. Well, as soon as I don't counter this, it hurts me everywhere else. So I think I have to. I did not think that through of drawing the card for the Tinker. Wow, that was just bad. So the surgical did figure out that they had it. Okay, so how is this going to... They will get to Ancestral. We get to see their hand is Brainstorm, Soul Guide, Lantern. Brainstorm, Soul Guide. Have they played a land, though, is what I don't remember. Brainstorm, Soul Guide, Lantern, Underground. And I think that's why we lose. Brainstorm, Soul Guide Lantern, Underground Sea. Yep. They could all be gone. Oh. So if we can get a land, we can at least still... We're not dead there yet. I think Tinker is how we win, so I don't think I could have forced with Tinker. Now, we could have forced with Dak, giving us a chance to think about the other one, and then that wouldn't have all gone so terribly, but... Yeah, that was our out. So game is now over. That sucks. That sucks. So the big thing is I wanted to protect Tinker because I thought Tinker was really our only way out. But say I used... Well, first of all, cracking... I wasn't thinking about cracking the lantern, and having cracked the lantern would take away our ability to have the artifact that I needed. So that was bad. But if instead I would have forced pitching Dak, when it came down to it, at least I would still have another force and Tinker, so that had I chosen to go in there, that might have done the thing. Because then I would have been able to... Well, no, nothing... Basically, they wouldn't have Lavinia, but I wouldn't have an entire hand. Ancestral would still go off, and they'd have the Brainstorm... They'd still have Brainstorm and a Soul Guide Lantern. Soul Guide Lantern to punish us. And then it's just who draws better first. And they would have drawn a Dread Horde before I would have. But at least the Lavinia would not have been in play to threaten us. And maybe that's worthwhile. Because once the Lavinia is in, it turns off all the Moxes, turns off forces. It really just depowers a lot of what we had. So I was just overvaluing Tinker. I was just looking at Tinker as really the only thing that could still win for me. But maybe that was the issue, is that you have to be able to let it go so that, yeah, you don't get overall punished there. And I do wonder if there was a spot that I feel like I play into the other Pyroblast? No, the other Pyroblast was when they hit my Ponder? So maybe that's a case of I shouldn't have necessarily kept the whole hand. Did we finish this one? Nope, we're on to a new one. Okay. We were down here with Corset. Hazy or juicy beers? Are those IPAs? Because I think this is Sight. Where to buy panes at the window store, window shop. Kite part tail. Slushy drink, a Slurpee. Evil twin. Obliterate. That costs 6 red, but I don't think that'll fit here. Erase, maybe? Elwoods. Trail mix components. Those would be nuts. Bed bugs, etc. It's a hi-hat. Largest species of 31 down. What's 31 down? Brazilian soccer champ? No. Deer crossing. The moose. The moose. That is a super weird question there. Clue. Lizzo's "Cause I Love You." Is that an album? Two-door car. Is it coupe? Oklahoma City, Tulsa. Where to buy a bull market? Nice. Nice. You buy male cows at a bull market. Yeah. Avocado or coconut oil. Sleep stage. Yep, your REM. Seat back amenity on a plane. A screen. That's not. It hasn't always been true, especially if you're old. Sources of wood for barrel. Oak. Covertly, you're on the sly. They might be in hot water. Tea leaves. Came to Earth. Like an alien? I think it's that. Facilitate. You ease. Make, more like make ease. Where to buy testimony at the witness stand. Jabberwocky opener. 'Twas. Has a campaign. You runs. Okay, that makes more sense. The Inca Trail. Bar offering. The bar offers brie. Doesn't make sense. Lowland. Nile, whose flooding is celebrated in Egypt. Yeah, that's a hard one to figure out. Puzzling problem. Limerick writer. I'm not sure about that one. Tells you which way the wind blows. The wind vane. A spot of land. Not sure what that is. Skirmish. Like, that's the other. We had this before. Where to buy the current trend? What's. Oh, brew, you idiot. What's in stock? Is that right? What's in store? All right. Oh, is that over? No, we got one match left this round. Goggles fell, but Shurkan, Justin, Slasher, congrats. Keep it going, keep it going. Zio out there with a 3-0. Powerful Montolio 3-0. I guess we could check out. What's our command? The command is !Swiss. All right, so what did we say? We are at 145. 6, 21, 54. So that leaves 10, the top 10 4 and 4s to get prizes, because I think prizes go to top 64. Yep, they do. So we are still in it. If we could maybe play a little tighter. Now, I'm not saying our foray. So today was a showcase, and the showcase is where you have your entry fee is only paid in the qualifier points, but vintage is not necessarily how I have accumulated my qualifier points. I've had Pioneer and Modern and Legacy different leagues lately, and even I jumped into a Legacy preliminary in order to get 20 of those. So not that I haven't necessarily had a lot of vintage practice, but in coming down to, you know, how to fight over a particular thing. I mean, the game one against Goggles was literally me hitting the wrong button that yielded my turn. Because otherwise, I don't believe I lose that. So, and then the fact we won the second game is frustrating. But that is part of the interface. That's part of playing online. Playing online is a skill set almost in its own way. So, yeah. Rocking out in 98th place. hopefully we can make some improvements on that. All right. Time to rally. If nothing else, we've gone loss, win, loss. If nothing else, can we hold to form and get a win? And then after that, we'll talk about changing up the pattern. All right. 1 minute left. I mean, I feel like I went live right about time. We're doing a little bit. We're through 3 rounds, so 50 minutes, 150, 2.5 hours. I guess we're on pace. We're not dragging. We're not far behind. But all right. Warm up down here in the cold basement. Round 4. Fight. Quick chug. All right. And the opponent is Sway something. Do is this any better? I'm going to put Merchant Scroll back. And I believe my first turn is Land, Lotus Petal, Night's Whisper. But I think I want to get a blue-red one here. Okay. Plains. I'm not sure who plays basic Plains. Now I am. So what do we have? We have Lightning Bolt. Non-land. Black Lotus. Okay. So it would cost 2 mana for us to brainstorm. We could put the Citadel down. 2, 4. No, we would. Yeah. I think we can afford to wait. I guess. Is there anything here that would quickly deal with everything I need to? Okay. Well, no. Maybe that would have been better to do. Do not forget to shuffle. All right, so upkeep. It would be 2 mana to go get something. Two mana to get it, and then cast it. But it's like 2 damage that's not hitting me at least. Sure. So the question is, so I'm going to die next turn. This will put me at 3. If I drew, I think I can pull that off. All right. I didn't do this math at all. But if I bolt this, we could spend 3 to... I think we would just have to cast Brainstorm and hope it hits. I think that's really what we're down to. Because if I bolt Leonin Relic Warrior, I get a mana back, but I'm down 3 more cards. Can I put it on top and draw it, but not... I think Brain Freeze needs to be in these top 3. I think that's what it comes down to, is Brain Freeze needs to be in the top 3. Did we forget that Ancestral was on top? Have I played a land? If I use this... One, two, three. Nope. Okay, so cards that were terrible. Leonin Relic Warrior can mess with me here. Fluster. All the Pyros. Shattering Spree has maybe utility. But Narset is another one where it's like, well, these cards are somewhat questionable. What do I want? Probably Thirst. Bolt. I don't know if they have Wasteland, whatever, but they might. I mean, I just hope they don't eat him. That was me on the play, and it went poorly. What a great opening hand. I think I'm going to keep this and start with a top. I mean, what really more do I do? Like, I can just hope that the top can dig me to things. So what are we putting back? I think the key goes back. What actions do they have on my upkeep? Nothing. Okay. Yep. We were right about that. So we can get basic island, unless they play strip mine here. Okay. So what did we put there? We put Force of Will and another fetch land. Well, that's what was there, because it's not there anymore. Okay. Cool. I think that was correct, just because I can't really afford to get wrecked by everything. You know? Hmm. I didn't even think about being able to shuffle my library. Yeah, they're not going to get me anything. I like that. I'll take it. What's your follow-up? A Revoker. They're going to name top. I'll let them name top. Do I get Blightsteel? Or do you get Bolas' Citadel? I've already played a land. Yeah, I think I should have got Citadel. Am I dead? They sided in Path to Exile. I mean, serves me right, I guess? But wow. Yeah. Yep. Path, side in Path to Exile. Or maybe they didn't have enough things to take out, but I don't believe that. I guess Path is reasonable against Dreadhorde Arcanist. I'll allow it. Well, crap. We are dead to that. We can't beat an Archon. We're dead to Archon. Our opponent actually put planes in their deck, and we're going to lose to it. Yeah, I can't even kick that. Oh, right. I forgot about that aspect of it. Even better. Should have just got Citadel. It's my own fault, honestly, but just in case. I mean, just you're not allowed to build up enough material. Wow. Not. If you can't say anything nice, you shouldn't say anything at all. And I certainly have nothing nice to say about whatever my opponent was playing. I don't believe that's a strategy that makes sense to play in Vintage, but it worked for my opponent, and bravo for them. All right, I am going to take a little break to let off some steam so that we don't say anything bad that can be recorded. I'm just going to yell. I'm going to turn and yell at this wall. So I could just put the mic on. I could just mute it and then yell, but there's probably a clever lip reader out there that might catch me. So in the meantime, look at some dogs. And yeah, we'll be back. We're going to keep playing. I mean, we're at 1 and 3 right now, but we're going to keep playing. That's all I can really say for right now. So see you in a little bit. All right. Incoming round 5. I'm not saying we got to win them all, but wouldn't it be fun if we tried that instead of losing? Now, part of that is likely choosing the wrong line. Like the fact that we went for Blightsteel Colossus there instead of Bolas' Citadel. If they have the Leonin Relic Warder to deal with either one of them, at least we maybe could have done something with the Citadel first. Whereas we just basically had to say pass. And the fact we already have both our basics hurt even more with the Path to Exile. Yeah, we have Dreadhorde Arcanist. I guess that's why you bring in Path to Exile, but that just does not seem like a correct sideboard. But see, I'm trying. I'm not doing a good job of it, but I'm trying. Okay. I have been keeping track of as I chop up my videos and edit them and get them ready for YouTube. So I currently am a little bit behind. So I don't know, if things go poorly, maybe we start editing, get that YouTube pumped back up, get my queue full again. All right. Won the die roll at least. Oh. Goblin Guide, Lightning Bolt, Scab Clan Berserker. Huh. It's a good draw. Oh, we could have gone tricky with the Goblin Guide. I didn't consider that. What's there? Vampiric Tutor, huh? Probably get hit with a lightning bolt. Monastery Whisper and a lightning bolt likely next turn. That probably should have been Polluted Delta. Bolus is it. We don't want to draw that one. What do I even draw here? Just Ancestral for max. I think that's what it has to be. Wow. That was terrible. Scrap Cam Berserker is going to kill me. One, two, three. Really? One, two. Take 4. Tails never fails. So this can go 3 deep. Okay. Once again, need to lot of dead cards in hand. Well, not a whole lot, but I mean, Pyroblasts, Shattering Spree, those literally aren't doing anything. So, at least unlike the mono white deck, Flusterstorm has some utility, but something like Narset is kind of a whiff. Dak Faden might also technically be a whiff. But things like Lightning Bolt, Blood Chief's Thirst, Flusterstorm. Maybe I don't cut everybody over there, but I mean, a lot of that stuff is going to be a whiff. I mean, I think the Spree and the Pyroblasts are like automatic. And then the question is, okay, is Blight Steel better than... I mean, my life total's probably in danger with a Citadel. So do I just go get something like Colossus just to try to end things? You know? Play a Colossus and just be just like, hey, is this enough? Maybe that's the plan. You know, or draw the Colossus. Cool. Hi, buddy. 2 cards back. Perfect. I choose you, Pikachu. Hey! That worked! Okay. I mean, we already have the Hydroblast available. What else? Was there something? Merchant Scroll? Is Merchant Scroll better as... I don't even know what it would be better as. Basic? Like, I don't think they're playing Wastelands and stuff, because I think that would bog them down, but... I think Bolus's Citadel is more powerful than Lurrus. That's the why. I think Tinker is the best thing to do, and I think Bolus's Citadel is more powerful. I literally hit the wrong button and skipped my turn in my very first game of the day, so that was awesome. So this doesn't actually have anything going on. So I'm certainly playing more Tinker. It's just the Breach I kind of stapled on. I mean, that's true. I mean, just the raw draw 2 cards. And I guess I have mana set up. I could try to find something. If they have... Swift Spear, okay. Right on time. Nice draw. I just played against mono white humans last round. They had like 4, or I guess they aren't humans, but Mother of Runes happened. I don't want to deploy the key till I need to, but It wasn't Thalia, it was the Archon. Archon. Holy crap, opponent! Well, I believe Eidolon of the Great Revel number 7 is going to kill me. Oh! Three or less. I don't want any of these cards. That's, I think, what my plan is. I'm not sure. We're going to find out. Three or less. We might just be dead. I can't think of anything else that would even be in there. 4 or more. We would have to cast Bolus's Citadel, but I think I took it out. Yeah, I took Citadel out. We didn't bring Mountain in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're just dead. I think we could do it, but yeah, I think we are just dead. We needed 1 more life. Yep. All right. Oh well. And with that, unfortunately, like, this is part of the plan is to play decks that I tend to play decks that are too safe. I want to push to be a little more aggressive. I want to push to, the hit the home run or strike out. Well, we struck out a lot more today. So, yeah, I guess that's just, if that is the approach I'm going to take, then we are going to be playing against the mono whites and mono reds of the world. So, it didn't pan out today, but that doesn't mean it won't next time around. Coming up next Tuesday, we have the Wheel League has us playing Vintage Cube. But other than that, I need to start playing Pioneer, I think, for Mana Traders, and I'm going to look to play something broken in there.